What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Game Changers Podcast. In here with Boss Man Jay and Mayor Socrates. Tonight, man, we're gonna be getting into the record labels wanting more money from subscribers from the platforms that are streaming the music. So the Spotify's, the Apple Musics, the titles. They want more of our money to stream the music that they're already taking huge percentages and just getting whatever they want from the consumer and also the artist. So we're gonna be getting into that tonight, man. How y'all feeling about that?
Man, just another way that humans exploit other humans, bro. How much do
Mm,
they want? They want a whole. They want it all. Like it's never
mm,
too much. Like you said, they already getting the record labels themselves. It's already been called out that they get large percentages from the streaming services, and the artists get pennies. So
yeah,
Snoop Dogg
yeah.
talked about how you could have 1 million streams, and it won't even be $45,000. You should be able to buy a house off 1 million streams. You can't
Oh yeah.
as an artist, and so
Oh,
we got to know that that money's going somewhere. So it's going to the other side of the equation, and it's the record labels who want even more, saying that prices haven't kept up with inflation, basically, and
yeah.
it's sad, man.
Which we know is a lie because prices haven't kept up with inflation in terms of what? What are we basing the metric on in music when you guys already have lowered the value of music? So it's like music, it's like you guys do what you want with the music to get what you want out of the music. And it's like I feel like you guys are
It's a
just
whole
squeezing. Yeah.
squeezing the juice out of a damn prune at this point. Yep,
Yeah,
because we know music numbers are down because, again, like you say, they devalued the music. Now the music is not as thought provoking. The music is not as relatable. The music is not as you know heartfelt, right? So that's one part of it. But then now you want to rape the artist even more so than you did the last generation of artists. It's crazy.
This shit, haven't you
But
taken enough from them already? Like,
yeah. It's like they want to be able to get as much as they want to get without having to really get anything out. Because what are labels doing? I'm pretty sure artists is doing the majority of it. They loaning money out. You're loaning money
they're a
out
bank. They're a big
to
bank.
yeah to get these artists out, but in reality you're not doing anything for them. You just basically putting them in a slave deal and hopefully they can get out of it, and you're making profit after profit after profit. I could see if they really trying to do something for the artist and get the artist to a level of actual success. But how many times have we heard that labels don't do that? We've heard that a million times over and over. I mean, in the CD era, we heard people say, we're getting pennies on the dollar on our CDs, you know? So it's worse
we still
now.
Shout
we
out
still
Corey
saying it.
Strong in the comments.
Still
Shout out
saying it
Corey
for
Strong in the comments. He said AI music is bumping. So that's another part of it. When you can have AI make the fucking music. We talked about the AI artists that they signed last week, $3 million artist. A poet lady from Mississippi actually signed to Timberland's imprint, and that's kind of like they betting on that being the next wave of music. So
Yeah.
Corey Strong had that point saying that the AI music is bumping.
Yeah.
But we say, is it? Can it be relatable? I guess so. But a person still has to put those prompts in there. The AI can't do it by itself. People have to direct the AI to do certain things. And if you look at it, these music labels, that's what they want. They want a slave. They give these artists slave deals. They want slaves,
they get richer and the
literally and
artists
figuratively.
struggle while they do all the work.
Yep.
And
That's
if
all
the
they
AI
want.
boom keep going up, That's what they'll have. A lot of AI artists that they don't have to pay, or they pay once. They don't have to feed. They don't have to fly across the country to make money with. So, as a society, we got to watch out for that too, because music has been co-opted already. We seeing so many changes with this new era of everything. So, man, none of the rules are the same.
It's happening in other industries right now where they're cutting they're cutting down receptionists. They're doing certain things where, as a human, they could have to pay or they have to manage. With the AI, you don't have to do that. You know,
Yeah,
so seeing how they want profit so much with them asking the streaming services for more money, it only makes sense that AI artists are the next wave. And because, like you said, you don't have to treat it like a human, it's a computer. 24/7, 365, it can just operate.
And you
It
ain't
can
got to
just
worry
be
about it
alive.
asking
And
for shit.
uh-huh. So don't get
Don't
me
really
wrong,
got.
the human element still has to be there in some sense because without the human element, in reality, the AI could just run out because it still needs something to grasp from. It needs something to take
yes.
from. But in the
But I,
sense of, oh,
mm-hmm. My
yeah,
bad. Go
yeah,
ahead.
but in the sense of, oh, I need to have this person tour. I got to do this, I do that, and I got to have this right. Like and I could just sign into whatever deal. I get 100% of the money. I got to pay this person. I got to pay this AI.
Yep.
I
No
don't got
per
to pay that
diem.
AI.
No, none of that stuff. I don't have to. There's no fashion budget.
And you got to feed it.
Hairstylist.
Mhm.
Jewelry,
So,
cars,
but
clothes. You
but
ain't got to do none of that for
also one other thing. These billionaires and these hundreds of millionaires who own these companies, how much money is enough money, man? It's getting crazy out here. There used to not even be a lot of billionaires. Now it's a lot of billionaires. So it's like
it. It's never enough.
all these guys are just in a race to get more and more money.
Yeah, the more money you get, the more money you want.
Yeah, greed is something, man. If you don't know how to measure that greed, you may say, "Oh, I'll never be like that." But greed is something it's a seven deadly sin for a reason because it could eat away at your actual mind and think that that's the only way that you can live is to be greedy like that. And
Uh-huh.
these you know these these executives, you seeing that money just rolling in, rolling in, rolling in, rolling in, rolling in,
They
rolling
don't want
in. You
nobody
think you
else
got
to
to
get it.
continue to have it rolling in? You know what I'm saying? Like
They want to get it all for themselves.
exactly. And not thinking about anything else, and essentially that's why the music industry is where it is at this point, in my opinion. The greed, you know, that's why we only looking at so many artists, and sometimes because it's like, shit, they
But not,
only they're only putting this money in so many artists and promoting them and giving them platforms, and so we're only seeing so many artists, even though we probably have more artists than we've ever had in history.
yeah,
We
but
only
Facts.
really
not only the greed though. It's a simple fact that these artists are starting to realize that they can make more money by being independent.
that.
So
But
they
you got to
don't need
work.
that
You
they
got to
don't
work
need that
10
machine
times as
behind them.
hard.
Yeah, but you ain't gotta working 10 times as harder, but don't have to share your money. Everything that you make comes directly to you. The only somebody you're doing are paying your team. But when you got the machine behind you, you still gotta work hard. You still gotta do all that work that you was gonna be doing anyway if you was independent. The only difference is now your music can be pushed out faster to a wider audience. But you still have to take care of the people that you got with you. But then you're doing that out of the money that they're paying you, out of the crumbs that they giving you. So independent is the way all these artists are starting to go now, and I think that's the smart way to go.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up. We didn't have that pulled up for the show, but um Rock Nation actually introduced independence bill or independence deal, I should say, in where they did an 85% artist, 15% label split. So that that sounds like, oh, okay, they're helping the artists. No, they have stipulations within that 15% where they can own all of your data and then sell it off to AI companies and all of this, and they can basically remix your content, remix your music.
Yeah, they
And
can
you can
sell
do a
your
lot.
IP. Everything
Mhm.
that you put in that your digital footprint while dealing with them, they own that and
Mhm.
can use it however they see fit. It's
Yep.
always, these guys got to have a legal team. They got to, consult legal counsel when you're dealing with these rich types because they're not in the business of losing money. Guaranteed that. So you got to watch them.
And that 85-15 sound good until you start to read them fine print.
Yep. Exactly. That's exactly what that Rock Nation deal is. Because just like you said, the independent artists are coming, are they are out here and they are reeling in money that can get their fans through the internet, can get people to the shows, and they might not be able to do the huge venues that are under Live Nation, but they can still get venues that are pretty much can bring people in that they can fill those up, and then they can sell their merchandise and do all of that and make a good dollar.
And
You
fuck
know what I'm
around and
saying? If
make
you
more
actually,
money. Make more money than
hmm
most regular artists on the major labels.
yeah.
Because most of them niggas
So
not
that's
getting no real money. Only the top
hmm
percentage of them niggas getting money. You know.
yeah.
So
Uh, only the top dogs, Beyonce,
mm-hmm.
Kendrick, Drake,
Mm-hmm.
Miley Cyrus, not Miley Cyrus, but uh
Taylor Swift.
Taylor
yeah,
Swift.
Taylor Swift, so there's only a few of them.
But yeah,
That
they
money.
looking for slave deals, throwing these record labels. They pressuring the streaming services to up the fees because they say the prices haven't kept up with inflation. So just more of the same. Money, 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 money.
They want more.
So I mean, the moral of the story is, man, if you're a independent artist, just see the way that the internet is going, and see how the way that these record labels are going. Uh, Independence is going to be a rarity. So the more you can find yourself independent and not have to deal with people trying to suck dollar out of you, and also like even us as consumers, we got to try to find alternate platforms to get music, man. Like I'm not, I know it's hard to do that, but because all these streaming services and stuff, they're just gonna continue to keep going up.
Yep.
You
Keep
know,
price gouging and
just like
taking
yeah,
everything that
keep
we got.
price gouging. You know, they're not gonna do anything different than what Netflix is doing. Netflix keep going up.
And
Most
then
of
they try to
these,
And
do it
they
a little bit
actually
at a time, like you don't notice it. Like motherfucker, it still hurts.
yeah, I'm knowing that money coming out. You know,
and
I was
in
paying
this
ten. I
article
was paying $10 last year. This year now it's 23.45. What's going on?
but in this article it did reference Netflix as being comparatively cheap when compared to video services like Netflix. That's what the record labels are alleging from the streaming services, saying that they can afford to spend more basically on their music.
Like just look
Music
at
is
that.
too
Like
cheap.
that just sounds like a soulless entity. They can afford to pay more, knowing what's going on in this country right now, knowing how stuff is affecting us. And music is important to so many people, you
And
know?
you already
Mm.
got enough money. Like what the fuck?
Exact billions. I mean, look at the numbers Spotify pulled in. What, 17 billion, I think, in 2024 or something like that?
Oh, and the artist already told you they don't get shit off that Spotify. That
And they don't get nothing out that Spotify. It's the streaming services and the labels. So the labels got who knows how much of that billion from just Spotify alone. We're not talking Apple Music. We're
mm-hmm.
not talking Tidal. We're not talking any other
Yep,
stream. We're just
yep.
talking Spotify.
Facts.
You know, we're not even talking Apple. We're not even talking about Apple users that stream. So
Nope.
that's 17. That's 17 billion.
Man,
Dirty
what I would
game,
do
and they
if I
want
did.
more. Dirty
Want
game
more.
entertainment.
But don't forget,
You
man,
know?
support us in our Cash App, TGC Pod.
Like,
Right.
share, and subscribe.
Hey, and y'all stay right here, man. Don't go nowhere, because we'll be right back with another show.
Peace.